A month and a half, 2 months ago, when I first started vlogging on a regular basis. It was on huge encouragement from Ms. Alachia. And she had sort of a list of stuff that she asked people to create a vlog about, to provide her with distractions, I guess. And one of the things I was asked to do was to show what's in my bag. Well, I'm going to do, maybe today, maybe later this week, maybe next week, a what's in my sort of purse, handbag. But I thought first, because I do have a lot of followers who are not makeup or girly oriented, I thought I would do a sort of a take on it. I thought I would do what's in my camera bag. I'm all camera sort of excited after my workshop, which was in Telluride last week. So first, I'll just show you my camera bag. I'm just going to shut it because I hold it up and it's not good to have things fall out, really. Okay, let's see. So my camera bag is a Canon bag, even though I am a Nikon girl. So here's my camera bag. I had the Low Pro sling bag previously, but I hated the sling. When you're a girl, to have the one strap sort of going between your boobs walking down the street just looks a little weird. So I wanted a bag that had sort of a backpack, good padding, and lots of room. And I ended up getting this Canon bag because the Low Pro bags that have the same features are actually a lot more expensive than what I got this for on Amazon. So, what's in my bag? Okay, I thought we'd start with the outer room. This part here has two rooms. There's one by zipper here, and then there's one that zips here. Let's see. I'll show you. So here. So there's this zipper here, and then one here. That I'll show you. So I'll start in the very, very outer room, and I've just cleaned everything too because we came back from Telluride and stuff. Okay, so in this one, my pig, it is the Giotto rocket, sucks air in from here and then pushes it out from here. So when you blow dust, it's better than a brush for blowing dust off your lenses, because a brush, you're just sort of pushing the dust around, whereas here you're getting outside air filtered through the pig and onto your lens, so it's actually blowing the dust away. So I have that at all times. And I have a bunch of filters in here that they're more like failed purchases. A couple of polarizing filters and some just neutral filters. That I guess I don't like that much. The polarizing filter is actually fantabulous on not so wide lenses. And I have actually put one on my wish list for my 50mm prime lens, because I would really like to have one for snapshots outside and stuff. But for my wide-angle lens, which I use most for landscape photography, they just have too much vignetting, and you can get pretty much the same effect, apart from in water, from using stuff in Lightroom. Okay, in the other room, in the one that sort of folds open, there are a couple of different features. So there's little SD card holders, and then there's two little pockets here. So in the little pockets, I have my cable release, super important, and I have my remote control Nikon release It's infrared. So it's kind of annoying because you have to really point it out to the front of the camera. If you want to stand in the back of the camera release is much better. Cable release is much better. Yeah, it's good for self-portraits though, as long as you're not like standing there. When I first got it, I was taking pictures, like group pictures with my in-laws with the tripod and in front of it, and I'm not going like this in every video, so in every photo, so that's kind of funny. And I have extra 16 gigabyte cards in all of the SD card holders. See? Okay. And in the other little pouch, I have two connectors for SD cards for my camera. Well, actually, this is a connector for the iPad and a USB, so you can like connect your camera directly here and import photos to your iPad. Or this one, which is an iPad connector, and it you can put your SD card straight in there. And if you don't have your laptop with you, it's neat for just going through photos and sharing them and showing and whatnot, but you can't really do that much. Well, there are a few apps now that you can actually do much more on the iPad with. But I kind of prefer having Lightroom on my laptop for my workflow rather than doing stuff on the iPad and then having to redo the work. I have a feeling I'm not completely up to date on apps for photo editing actually since after I got my laptop set up. Then we come to the main compartment. We have sort of, I'll show you here. So that's big main compartment with the padded backing, and then the lid has a couple of compartments on the inside. In the little compartments on the inside, I have my new neutral gradient 10-stop, neutral density 10-stop filter. I haven't actually used it yet. It's a very sort of situationally specific filter. I got it from my parents for my birthday. It fits my wide-angle lens, and I can't wait to use it for waterfalls and rivers when we are out and about, and to get the milky effect without having to get up at 4 in the morning. Can't wait to try that out. Really excited. See how dark it is? It's like, and it's the B&W filter, which apparently is the best. You don't want to put, as Tom Till, who was just my instructor in a workshop, told me, you don't want to put crappy glass on top of a crappy lens. See, you can barely see me through this. So, super excited. And I also have with me two other filters that I've now decided maybe I shouldn't use because Tom Till told me that. But, I mean, varying schools of thought there, obviously. My graduated filter, great, which I bought when I discovered that the polarizing filter was too vignetting on my wide angle. UV filter, which I've been using just as a general insurance protection on my lens. Tom Till told me that would ruin my images. Well, ruin's a big word, but dramatic word, but you know. In the lower pocket inside the lid, I have dust-free lens cleaning tissues. They're disposable, and they won't shed particles. Tiny little things. It's 100 sheets in this packet. I think I still have enough. LCD cleaning solution, which I try not to use that much. LCD screen cleaner, and a microfiber cloth, which is actually quite filthy. I probably shouldn't use that anymore. And the cap for my actual camera body, which I hardly ever use because I've usually always got a lens on there. In my main compartment, I have my camera. My current camera is the Nikon D7000, which came out last year. It is not a full frame camera, it's a DX camera, but I do love it. We'll only do 3 brackets at a time, but I do love it. Currently on here is my AFS 12 to 24 millimeter Nikon 1-4G wide angle lens, which I got for Christmas last year. Easily my most, that's not true. I was going to say easily my most used lens, but that's not true. I use my 50 a lot. But it's great for landscape photography. Really is. Fantastic, actually. I love it. So clear. Also, we have here what I just mentioned, my super favorite lens, which is currently sporting a B&W UV haze filter because I lost the lens cap at the workshop. So I decided to keep this filter on to protect the lens until the one I ordered from Amazon comes, which should be today or tomorrow. So this is my 50mm prime AFS 1-1.4G. Love this lens. Amazing lens for indoor snapshots. The 1/4 aperture thingamabob is spectacular. It's so fast. It's love it. Love it for low light candid photography. Love it for my cats. Just amazing. I love it. I love that lens. It's a great lens. When I got my D7000, I got a deal where they had a package at B&H Photography. Is that what they're called? I think that's what they're called. I got a super good deal on my zoom lens, not super zoom, but AFS Nikon 70-300mm, so quite good zoom. So fast, amazing, super fast focusing ability. Really, really. If you've seen some of my photos of the eagles and the whales and stuff in Norway this summer, all taken with this. Squirrel pictures, duck pictures, anything like that on my Flickr stream, taken with this. Love it. Eventually I can see myself wanting a more zoom, but it's not highest on my list. And this, yeah, but I find it quite situationally specific when I put it on. It probably wouldn't have been the next lens I bought if I was picking, but it came with the deal with the camera, so I wasn't going to turn it down for the super cheap price that I got. And also in here we have two lens hoods, one for the zoom, that's the one for the 50. I wonder where the one for the wide angle is. It must be somewhere else at the moment. It must be in the car or something. And my flash. I love my flash. Can't wait to take pictures at Christmas of family and stuff with the flash. Used it a lot. Love it. It's the SB700 in its little lens, in its little flash carrying thing. I don't actually carry stuff in my little side compartments on my bag because I'm terrified it's going to fall out on location or wherever I am, or at home for that matter. So, yeah, that is what is in my camera bag. What do I want in my camera bag? I will tell you what I want in my camera bag, because next on my list, I got a tripod improvements that I got, but the next thing that's on my list for sure that I really want is the, I'm sorry to be looking this up as I'm talking to you, the Nikon 24-70mm f2.8 GED AFS Nikon wide angle zoom lens. That's not, yes, that's it, 24-70. I have a 12-24 and I have a 70-300 and I have a 50. I'm really missing the in-between. That lens is $1,500. So, okay, so that's what's in my camera bag. Hope you enjoyed that. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.